Welcome back to another episode of Raising the Bar, TKJE podcast. In this episode, we hear from Chris Carreathers, owner of NM Homestart. He is a realtor, and I'm excited to have this young man on the show. Chris, how you doing today, brother?
What's going on, TKJE? I'm doing well
Hey,
today.
man.
It's another afternoon, long day at work. It's hot outside and over here.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, to talk with us and teach us a little bit about some, the things you've been through as a realtor here, especially at your young age and what's going on with everything. Let's jump right into it. When it comes to your business or getting into this industry, what inspired you to start your business?
What inspired me was an older lady. She did a lot of real estate transactions, and I wanted to just be a realtor because I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset of wanting to go out and make my own money. But the caveat to like going out and making your own money, as a lot of people know, is if you don't go out there and work, you don't make any money. I like having that responsibility of knowing like, hey, if you don't go do something, dude, you're not gonna get rewarded from it. So that's kind of like where I was inspired to become a realtor because what you put in is what you get. And that's what I like.
Okay, so
It's fair.
something you mentioned about you wanted to go out and actually you sought out the challenge. And a lot of people they don't want that challenge, or sometimes they believe they want that challenge, and they've got to work through things and start to understand things and maybe use technology as something to help them along the way. So when it comes to technology, like what technology and what advancements or tools have you been using, for your business and to help you build?
I do a lot of social media. That's like one tool that I use to help me generate a lot of like leads and also just spreading out the word when it comes to what programs are out there for home buyers in New Mexico. And of course, we have like our own I have like a CRM that I use to keep up to date with all of my leads, with all of my people, with anyone who wants to like reach out to me regarding real estate. I have a CRM called Follow Up Boss. I use that a lot. But ChatGPT has been like top notch for me when it comes to like things that help me amplify my business and that has helped me like streamline my business on the back end.
Okay, and it's not easy doing what you do. When it
Mm.
comes to the knowledge that you had to gain along the way. So can you give us an idea of how did you start learning about the industry and about the business as you jumped in and talking with people, communication, things of that nature? How did that knowledge build and how are you building it as you move forward?
Like when you originally go to school to get your license to sell real estate, they teach you the back end of real estate, but they don't teach you how to actually go out, network, and market yourself to actually get the business. So at the beginning, a lot of it was schooling. That's how I educated myself, was going to school to get my license. But what the true knowledge came from going outside, listening to like other realtors, hanging out with other realtors, watching a bunch of YouTube videos of other realtors doing their thing and learning how they network and not really reinventing the wheel, but also taking their will and actually like working, like doing something. A lot of realtors or like a lot of people in general, when they have a business, they have all these ideas and they see all these other people doing things. But what actually makes someone stand out is by them taking what they learn and that knowledge and actually going actually, and how do I say it? Like taking action and doing what they want to do. So that helped me out a lot.
Okay, you
Is just
mentioned
networking and
networking.
talking to other people.
So, when it comes to networking, what role does networking and building meaningful relationships play, when it comes to your business and building your business moving forward?
Networking plays a vital role when it comes to being a realtor. I mean, if you're not able to network and increase your CRM, which is like your leads that you have inside of your book, you don't get any business. And networking does help. Networking can either help you with a sale or it can help you add something to your business to make getting your sales easier or like, yeah, easier towards doing the hard work. So it does play a vital role when it comes to being a realtor. And networking has helped me figure out different avenues when it comes to marketing as far as social media. Like I've networked with a few other realtors that are in other states and seeing what they do on social media and then taking that and running it here in the state has helped me tremendously when it comes to building my brand.
Okay, now hurdles, obstacles, along the way, I know you've had to take risks, right? Can you share a story of a major risk that you took that led to significant rewards, or, basically it worked out?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the major risk that I took in this business, which is being a realtor and helping people sell or buy their home, is going to be social media. I've been a realtor for 3 years, and for a good year and a half, I was consistently posting on Instagram, TikTok, bunches of different social media platforms with no outcome coming out of it. All I was getting was a bunch of views, likes, comments, follows from a bunch of people. And for about a year and a half, I did not actually make my first sale until then. And then through that consistency of me posting consistently every single day, 1 to 2 times a day, like very religiously, like literally I would post every single day for like a whole year and a half. That seed that I planted on social media had then turned around and it was like a snowball effect. And after about a year and a half or so, one deal came in, 2 deals came in, three came in, and it's kind of like a snowball effect. And now I'm just consistently sitting on my phone posting as like I usually do, but now I'm actually seeing the fruits of my labor coming in and flourishing, which is nice because for a year and a half, a lot of like I would get a lot of like hits at people telling me like this is not going to do anything. You're not producing any sales through this. Like, why are you doing this? Just like give up, Chris. Like you need to go cold call, you need to go do this, that, and the third. And I just blocked them out of my head and kept doing what I wanted to do. And by doing that, which was the biggest risk I took as far as being a realtor, has transacted very significantly for me and my future because now I've built a brand which is on social media, and social media is literally is where everyone's at right now.
I love that. So it says a lot about dedication, discipline, and focus, which I've watched you grow as well, man. And it happens as an entrepreneur. You're always going to have the people that believe they know what's best for you. And a lot of times, they mean well, but many times you have to block them out, like you just stated. So as a young adult, you're building your business, you're growing, you're learning. What advice do you have for aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to turn their passion, something they believe in, or even a talent into a profitable business?
Whatever it is that you guys want to do, start it. Don't say you're going to start it tomorrow. Don't say you're going to start it next week. Start it. Figure out what that small thing is that you need to do to help progress you to where it is you want to be. Do it right now. There's no waiting until tomorrow. If you can get it done today, let's do it today. And that action is what's going to help you in the future. Because when it comes to running a business or doing anything that you love for a profit, there's going to be a lot of actions, a lot of requirements that you have to take, you have to be able to do. So whatever it is that you guys want to do, just take action and do it. You have our phones. We have something that a lot of people did not have way back then. And you could literally find the answer to whatever it is that you need, solve any problem that you have right here on your phone. So use the tools that you guys have in today's age. And yeah, let's do it.
I agree. I agree. I suggest to people, don't allow perfection to stop your progression. Many times people say, I want to get it right. It has to be perfect. And then they're losing out on the progression they have or they could have if they had just started. So I completely agree, man.
I mean, you and I were just talking before the interview, and you mentioned to me how when you were starting to create your videos, they weren't the best, but over time, as you kept producing more videos, they became cleaner. And same over here. But my first few videos I would post online, like they weren't the best. They were obviously like I look back at them now and I cringe. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I post that stuff. But the more consistent that you become at it, the better you get, and the better you get, the more perfect your video will look. So it's not about perfection, guys. It's just about going out there and posting. That's all it is. Well, at least if you want to be on social media, it's just going out there and doing whatever it is that you got to do and not worrying about the perfection right now. Over time, the perfection will come.
I agree. So let's talk about finances. When it comes to, the financial standpoint of where you are, where you want to go, how do you manage your finances, like funding, budgeting, cash flow, revenue generation? How do you budget that and create a process or system as a realtor as you move forward?
Okay. So I mean, as a lot of people know, like realtors, we're not W-2 employees, we're 1099 contractors, meaning we make our own money. Like all the money that we make, it's to us. At the end of the day, we don't have a 401k, we don't have pensions, we don't have some type of like social security coming in at the end of all this. Like it's up to us to save our money. And being an entrepreneur, you have to have like that. You have to, what's the word I'm looking for, Kenny? Like you have to have that discipline. Just because you get that massive check in your bank account doesn't mean you get to go spend it. You have to be wise with your money and put a portion aside every single paycheck, every single check you make. You have to put a portion of it aside in savings because, like I said, I don't have Social Security waiting for me at the end of this. It's all up to me on like what I do. So a lot of it has to do with being being disciplined with my money, putting some of it away for savings, putting some of it away for taxes, putting some of it into like another investment, meaning buying more real estate, whatever it is. You'd have to like use your money wisely when it comes to being a realtor or like anything in general, because when you see that money in your account, you get excited and you want to go buy that new fancy car. But at the end of the day, you got to remember that this money will take you a long way. You can't just go spend it white. You can't go spend it crazy. You need to be disciplined with it.
Absolutely. That check that you see, that all that money isn't yours, right? So
Yeah, no.
you've learned
So
lessons along the way, as we all have, especially being entrepreneurs. Can you give us one lesson you've learned as a business owner that is not taught in schools?
one lesson that I have learned running a business that I did not learn in school, learning how to run a business is not was what wasn't taught in school, to be honest with you guys. Like no matter what business that you go into in school, they don't teach you how to run a business. They don't teach you how to write out your profits. They don't teach you how to budget your bills for the month. They don't teach you any of that. It's numbers, science, math, history. They don't teach you like how to run an actual business. So when you run an actual business, and you won't know until you actually run after an actual business, and you have marketing costs, you have licensing fees, you have a bunch of other fees that come into it. And once you actually get into the business, that is when you learn how to run a business, in my opinion.
Okay. So, to advice through the years, I'm sure someone's given you advice in some way. Can you give our listeners one piece of business advice that has stuck with you while you've been on this journey?
Yeah, one piece of advice that that's been told to me is don't say you'll do it tomorrow, do it now. Because when you say you do it tomorrow, you're already putting yourself in a bad spot to where you're procrastinating and pushing off for till tomorrow. Tomorrow may never come. It's all about like what you do today, and what you do today will help you in the future.
Man, I love that. All right, so I watch you and I see you on social media, always doing your thing. You're doing the videos, walking through the homes. I just wanted to commend you on that and let you know, man, that's fantastic what you got going on. But for our listeners, how can they get a hold of you? Where can they find you? Tell us about your social media if anybody wants to get a hold of you.
Yeah, guys. So I mean, I have an Instagram, I have TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at c.carruthers or TikTok nm real underscore estates. That's where you could find me on all social platforms.
All right. Well, man, I appreciate you again, man, taking the time. Much success and many blessings to you as you move forward, young man. Keep doing your thing, and we will definitely talk soon.